le passé composé. Le passé composé is the past tense in French language. So, to form passé composé in this language, there should be two verbs, one auxiliary and the past participle of the verb. Okay. To form passé composé, now the auxiliary should be être or avoir in present tense. We have to conjugate être or avoir in present tense plus the past participle of the verb. Now, first we have to know, we should know how to make the past participles. So, in ER verbs, we have to take the full verb and then we have to cut off R, then we have to add the accent. So, it becomes parler. This is the past participle of ER verbs, parler. And IR, finir. So, in IR verbs, we have to omit R and then the rest is the past participle of IR verbs. And RE, vondre. So, we have to cut off RE, then we have to add U, then it becomes vondu. This is how you form past participles of each verb groups. Okay. Here's an example for an avoir verb. This is how we conjugate an avoir verb in passé composé. Right. So, to form passé composé, we have to conjugate avoir or être in present tense plus the past participle of the verb. So, the meaning of the verb is parler, to speak. So, this is how we say I spoke. J'ai parlé. Here it's very simple. We have conjugated avoir in present tense. Now, you all know how to conjugate verbs in present tense. So, j'ai parlé. This is an ER verb. So, we have cut off R and we have added the accent. J'ai parlé, I spoke. Tu as parlé, you spoke. Il, elle a parlé, he or she spoke. Nous avons parlé, we spoke. Vous avez parlé, you spoke. Ils, elles ont parlé, they spoke. Now, we have already talked about avoir verbs in passé composé. Now, here you have être verbs. Normally, we have 16 être verbs and all the pronominal verbs include into this être category. Okay. Now, there are 16 être verbs. Now, there is an easy way to study these être verbs. Just you have to study doctor, here Dr. doctor, MRS Mrs, Wonder, Trong. If you can by heart this name Dr. Mrs. Wonder Trong, you just have to write the verbs which begins with these given letters. Now, D, it's devenir, R, rentrer, M, monter, R, retourner, S, sortir, venir, aller, naître, descendre, entrer, rester, tomber, revenir, arriver, mourir and partir. And all the pronominal verbs. This is how you identify a pronominal verb. If this part is in front of a verb, that is a pronominal verb. Here you have two examples for être verbs in passé composé. First one is venir. For venir, we have taken être in present in je form. So, it should be je suis venu. So, venu is the past participle of venir. I forgot to tell you that there are irregular verbs in passé composé as well. So, you have to by heart those irregular verbs as you study the irregular verbs in other tenses. So, the irregular verb venir has the past participle venu. So, it is je suis venu means I came. Tu es venu, you came. Il est venu, he came. Elle est venue, she came. Now, here we have to write il and elle separately. We can't write il and elle together like we wrote in our with our, because now we have to accord the verb with the subject when we conjugate in passé composé in être verbs. So, elle est venue, here we have added an E because elle is she, so it's feminine, so that we have to add an extra E. Nous sommes venus, here also I have written an extra S because Nu is plural. So, plural, if it's plural, masculine plural, we have to add S. But if we know that this is feminine plural, we have to add ES. Both are possible according to the subject which we are talking about. So, wo zet venu here also. Now, the wo we are talking about is an adult, that should be a single, so singular, so we can't add another SOE or whatever. But if we are talking to a group of people and if we say wo, here this wo should be plural, so we have to add S, or if it is feminine plural, we have to add ES. And if this person is feminine, we have to add E. There are 3 possibilities, right? And ils sont venus, they came. Now this they is for masculine plural. So we definitely know that these people are masculine, so we can add only an S. Here elles sont venues, so elle is feminine, she, so the plural form of she is elle, they came. We know that this is feminine plural, so we have to add ES, both. And here I have taken an example from pronominal verbs, se laver, to wash oneself. So here, je me suis lavé, this is easy to make the past participle, this is an ER verb. So we have cut off the R and just added the accent. So je me suis lavé, I have washed myself, or I washed myself. Tu t'es lavé, you washed yourself. Il s'est lavé, he washed himself. Elle s'est lavée, she washed herself. So here this is feminine, so we have added an E. Nous sommes lavés, this is, I have imagined that this is as a masculine plural, so I have added S. Vous êtes lavés, this is, I consider this as singular, so I haven't added anything. Ils se sont lavés, this is plural, masculine plural, so it's S. Elles se sont lavées, this is feminine plural, so ES. They washed themselves for feminine, they washed themselves for masculine plural. These are the most common irregular verbs in passé composé. Now, our, it's you. Now, as these verbs are irregular, the past participles are also irregular. Our, you. Être, était. Aller, aller. Venir, venu. Faire, fait. Pouvoir, pu. Vouloir, voulu. Mettre, mis. Offrir, offert. Now here are 5 verbs of offrir, couvrir, souffrir, ouvrir, découvrir. Those 5 verbs end in RIR. These verbs take the same past participle pattern. Now offrir is offert. Now if we take couvrir, the past participle is couvert. We have to omit RIR and then we have to add ERT for these RIR verbs. Boire, bu, devoir, due. If the accent is missing, the past participle is wrong. So don't forget the accent. Due. Connaître, connu. Prendre, pris. Écrire, écrit. Lire, lu. Dire, dit. Now there are 6 verbs which we can use both with être and avoir. Now first we will have a look at entrer. Entrer we can use both with être and avoir in passé composé. So look at the example. The example is il est entré par la porte. Now here it is used with être. Il a entré la clé dans la serrure. This is, in this sentence, it's used with avoir. Look at the difference, right? Il est entré par la porte means he is entered through the door. He is entered. The subject is doing the action. And here, il a entré la clé dans la serrure means he entered the key into the lock. Now, he is the person who entered, but not himself. He has entered another object into the serrure. So, we have written it with avoir. Now, look at the second one, sortir. Il est sorti de la maison à 20 heures. He left the house at 8 o'clock. Now, he is the one, the subject is doing the action. So that we have used this verb with être. Il a sorti ses gants de sa poche. Il a sorti, now he is taking out, to take out. He took out his gloves. He is not taking out himself. He is taking out the gloves. He is taking out something else from his pocket. Third one, passé. Martin est passé me voir à l'hôpital. Martin est passé me voir à l'hôpital means Martin is dropped by to see me at the hospital. So, Martin is the person who has come to see me. So, we used it with être. Arthur a passé son brevet de secourisme. Arthur has passed. Now, he has passed the certificate in first aid. He hasn't passed himself for something else. He has passed his exam. So, we have used passé with avoir to explain that in passé composé. Okay. Now, the fourth verb is tourner. La mosquée est tournée vers la Mecque. Here the mosque is turned towards Mecque. That means the mosque itself is turning towards. So that we have used être with the verb. Apolline a tourné la page de son livre. Here the Apolline, this person is turning the page of his book. Her book. Right? So, he is not turning himself, he is turning the page of the book. So, that we have used tourner with avoir. And the next verb is monter. Lucy est montée se coucher. Lucy est montée, to climb up means, now here the meaning is Lucy went upstairs to go to bed. Now, she has gone to upstairs, so it is used with the monter, the verb monter is used with être. Here, Gérard a monté le carton au grenier. Gérard a monté le carton. Now, Gérard is taking the cupboard, not himself. So, here we have used monter with avoir. Gérard has taken the cupboard to the attic. Next verb is the last verb which we can use with both être and avoir, descendre. Diana est descendue du bus. Diana has got down from the bus. Diana herself has got down from the bus. So, we have used être with the verb. Here, Jacques a descendu la bouteille du wine à la cave. Now, Jacques is taking the bottle of wine. Jacques is not taking himself, or Jacques is not going somewhere. Jacques is taking the bottle of wine to the basement. So that we have used this verb descendre with avoir in passé composé. Now, these 6 verbs you can use both with avoir and être. So, you have to by heart and keep in mind that there are 6 verbs which we can use both with avoir and être. Other than that, all the verbs are avoir verbs, and there are 16 être verbs plus all the pronominal verbs are used with être. Now, we are going to learn l'imparfait. In this tense, we learn how we give descriptions in past tense. Now, in English, it is was verb plus ing form of the verb. That means, if I want to say I was eating, they were going. To describe these things, we can use l'imparfait. So, to form l'imparfait, as you can see in the board, we have to take the new form of the present tense. Now, for example, parler. The new form of parler is parlons. Now, ons is the present tense ending of the new form. So, we have to cut off that present tense ending. Then, there are imparfait endings we have to add. For je, AIS, tu, AIS, il, AIT, nous, IONS, vous, IEEZ, il, AINT, ENT. So we have to add these endings to the verb stem which we take after cutting off the present tense nu form ending. So it is for je, it's je parlais, I was speaking. Tu parlais, you were speaking. Il, elle parlait, she or he were speaking. Nous parlions, we were speaking. Vous parliez, you were speaking. Il, elle parlait, they were speaking. Now we are going to learn le plus que parfait. This is the had plus the past participle form in English. Right. Now, to form le plus que parfait in French, we have to take avoir or être in imparfait. Now, you have already learned imparfait. So, avoir or être in imparfait plus the past participle of the verb. For example, we can take parler as usual. So, when we conjugate parler in plus que parfait, parler is an avoir verb. So, we have to take avoir in imparfait and then the past participle of the verb parler, it's parler. So, j'avais parlé is I had spoken. Now, we will take an être verb. For example, aller. Now, aller is an être verb. So, we have to conjugate être in imparfait. J'étais and the past participle of aller is allé. So, the meaning is I had gone. And here I have given you an example. J'avais déjà mangé ma glace quand Pierre a téléphoné. J'avais mangé. Now this is in plus que parfait. I have already eaten my ice cream when Peter called me or Peter telephoned me. So there are two actions. Both the actions are happened in past tense. So now if there are two actions in past, the firstly finished action in past we use in plus que parfait. So for example, you can see this line. Now here you have futur, after présent you have futur. So before présent you have passé composé and before passé composé you have le plus que parfait. So the action which is finished before the past action, it is called le plus que parfait.